In Elden Ring, there was only two ways of doing pacifist runs, summoning and rolling. But what if I told you I came up with a third way to do it? See, Nightreign added a lot of features to base Elden Ring, one of them being passives. When I say passives, I'm not talking about damage negation, increased attack power, no. I'm talking about these passives. The one I'm interested in is the Glintblades one. The periodical Glintblades are arguably the best passive you can get outside of legendary drops. And the best part, you can get it right off the bat by buying it at a merchant. At first, I wanted to use Revenant summons like I would have done in Elden Ring, but then, using my massive brain, I came up with this idea. I will defeat the last Night Lord, fully pacifist, using passive Glintblades only. There's two main issues to this challenge. The first issue is dealing damage. They do barely any damage to Night Lords, and they are way too slow to respawn, meaning I have to wait 30 seconds to do 1 pixel of damage. The second and main issue is getting them. See, you can acquire passive Glintblades through different methods. Looting them from a boss, which requires killing them first. I can't do that without Glintblades. You can loot them from a chest. This requires dream speedrunning RNG. And the last option? Buying them from a shop. This option was the most viable, but still, you need runes to be able to buy. And to get the runes, you need to defeat enemies. My solution to those problems? Using the Duchess to maximize damage using her skill. I could use relics that improves my skill damage while reducing its cooldown to be sure to nearly double the damage of my Glintblades. But what about getting the Glintblades? That's where I had to make a compromise. Technically, I could try to use my environment to farm runes, like using the flame chariots to kill the corpses for example, but having the right camp, with the right enemies, at the right merchant, selling the right items and the right map with the right circle closing at the right time, it's just too much to ask for. So I found another solution. There's a secret way to start your game with Glintblades, and all of that thanks to relics. This relic changes my Ash of War to Glintblade Phalanx, meaning that I can spawn with the ability to spawn in Glintblades. This is a 1-to-1 equivalent to summoning. I could press a button, then summon an entity that behaves on its own and doesn't lock on a target that I've picked. Just like ringing a bell, summoning the Mimic in Elden Ring that behaves on its own, picking its own targets. Making this by definition still a pacifist run. Using those Glintblades, I will farm the runes that are required to buy the passive ones from the merchant. That being said, this challenge was probably the most intense one I've done so far. The lack of damage turned 2 minutes fights into 15 minutes fights, and 40 minutes runs into 1 hour and 30 minutes runs. I will try not to spoil you too much, hope you enjoy. The game plan was simple. After dropping in, I would clear the first camp I find and check the map for place with merchants. If none of them sold Glintblades, I would simply restart the game until I find someone who actually sells them. But eventually, I got my hands on one. So let's see. So we have Glintblades for 8,000. Glintblades for 8,000. Wait a minute. I need to get 8,000. That's really good. Like this. Oh my god. Come on. Yes. I guess I need some damage negation. There we go. All my FPS. Holy shit. We're taking it. So what boss is this? Royal Revenant. Oh no. Okay, what the fuck? The dodging of the Duchess is insane. Oh, he's dead. Nice. Okay, good. That's the only one I can use, to be fair. Nice. My mouse is disconnected. My mouse just keeps disconnecting, bro. They had to give me the boss with the most HP in the game. You better damage them too. They better take damage. They don't take damage. Oh, they do. Okay, nice. And here comes one of the main difficulties in the game. The fight lasts really long. And the problem with long-lasting fight isn't just that you will lose your sanity, mainly it is that you're most likely to end up getting hit and in the end, dying. I have a quick explanation for you. Time for school. There's something I call PGH. the probability of getting hit. You can think of it like this. For any given attack, there's a certain chance you manage to dodge the attack and a certain chance you take damage. This heavily depends on your skill, your luck, the difficulty of the attack, which itself depends on AoE, range, speed, hitbox, basically all the stuff that makes Souls games punishing. In the end, you can probably find a way to normalize everything or just guess based on your experience and average it out into a single number, the PGH. This PGH is directly linked to the probability of dying, and knowing how unforgiving Souls games are, the relationship is likely to be more similar to this. But we're going to keep it simple. Another factor comes into play, the duration of the fight. The longer the fight, the more likely you are to get hit. The more you get hit, the more likely you are to die. You can express that in terms of expected value. Imagine a boss throws n attacks at you during a fight. For each attack, you have your PGH telling you how likely you are to get hit. What we want to know is, on average, how many times will you get hit over the course of the fight? The average number of hits, or the expected value, is given by a really simple formula. But in my case, because I'm only using passive Glint Blades that respawn periodically, basically doing no damage, a fight that should take 2 minutes instead takes 10 to 15 minutes. So the duration is multiplied by up to 7.5 times. And so is the amount of attacks the boss throws at my stupid ass. That means the expected number of hits also goes up. The only thing that doesn't change? The amount of hits I can take before dying. Anyways, that's why this challenge is so brutal. Not because the boss itself becomes harder, but because with Glint Blades, I'm doing all damage and stretching this fight to absurd length. I'm saying all this, but I didn't die during this fight. I cooked this magma motherfucker. It just took 15 minutes of my life. There we go. And then they give me another boss. This is gonna be even worse. Oh god. I'm gonna die to phase 1 because I suck against that boss. Does it take damage from it? He TPs. That's new. Really? I'm dodging those, but... You know what? I shouldn't use my...
One eternity later.
All of this because my ability. Oh my god.
One eternity later.
For real? Are you being for real right now? Was that 1 pixel of health? I got hit with that. That's the first time I get hit with this. Oh man. Bro, you heard my roll though. I've already had... okay, I still have one. Bro. He's on rollerblades. Come on. Instone. I don't know how to dodge this.
You idiot! You're honestly an idiot. I don't know what's wrong with you. But your ego is pissing me off. You think you're the shit.
Whoops. After this terrible attempt, I kept trying. For most games, I couldn't find Glint Blades, until I finally found them. This run seemed to be very promising. I took down the first night's boss really easily. then handle the 2v1 on the second night. There we go. Come on. Nice. And was left with plenty of stuff. That's really cool. All I had to do was kill the last boss, but I decided to AFK for a bit. Okay, I'll be right back. And I never came back. So I tried again. This time, I wasn't fast enough to kill the wave on the last night, and had to deal with a 2v1 against a pretty strong boss. I didn't survive it. Why did you give me her, bro? Why did you give me this one? Eventually, I had a good game. I ended up getting the symbol of avarice, killed a bunch of bosses. If I missed, I was gonna get pissed. But I had one obstacle in my way. Why did they give me this, bro? You know what, let me just do this right away. Oh, wait. Why did they give me Nameless King, bro? I feel like they're trying to see what's the worst boss that they can put against me. They gave me the magma worm once and then they gave up. They decided not to give me anything good. Oh no, just shoot me. I don't see him. Oh. It worked. Okay. I don't know his attacks. Please don't have range attacks. Oh, what the fuck? This is worse than range. I missed. No. Okay, thank God for damage negation at full HP. Okay, he's gonna be hardcore, isn't it? Got him, finally. Don't give me two bosses. Don't give me someone after this, because I am not doing that. This ended up being my worst performance ever. I got to phase 2 with only one flask left. Well, I've never dodged this in my life, so I don't know. It's over, I've already lost. And I was right. I had already lost. I got to the boss again the next game, and ended up getting the furthest I had ever gotten. But in 15 minutes of fighting, it still wasn't enough. Oh, I'm cooked. Yeah, well, I'm against the wall, bro. I'm against the wall. It's like, yeah. Call it quit. I'm not doing this challenge on this boss. I'm gonna, you know what? I'm gonna go back down to killing like some easier boss. I'm not doing this against him. But I didn't want to quit. I had already quit once in my R1 run. I didn't want to do that again. So I gave it another try, and this is how it went. It's gonna be tough, bro. It's the Godskin duo. I do a lot of damage, but I have to deal with two of them at once. There we go, the other one's in. Those aren't a Godskin duo, they're just like two Godskins, but not a duo, right? But they can revive each other. Is he dead? No, not yet. Oof. You're dead, bro. I was gonna aura farm. There we go. Get my clip. A lot of damage negation, that's not bad. I'm probably not gonna beat him. I'm gonna use all my flasks on phase 1, just like I always do. I decided that this would be my last attempt. If I wanted to win, I had to actually try, adapt, and learn his movements during the fight. And so, this is what came next. Shoot, bro. Very close. No. Okay, this is still okay. This is still okay. This is such a good fight. I don't want to lose, bro. See, I'm getting used to this. He's solo. He's solo. I have one revive again. Please, Vince comes. Please, 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 please. No. Come on, come on, come on. One more. Oh, I got him. I got him. There's no way I got him. There's no way I got him. My heart is racing. Holy shit. My hands are shaking. My hands are shaking. My hands are shaking. What the fuck? My desk is shaking. Everything is shaking right now. My hands are shaking. My heart is racing. My arms are shaking. My mic is shaking. The boom arm is shaking. The fight lasted for like 15 minutes. That's kind of crazy because all my other attempts went to shit. I didn't do anything. And this one, I finally got to, I don't know how to explain, but like all my other attempts, I didn't get to really fight. I just was dying like an idiot. This attempt, I fought. But when I say I fought, it's like I learned how to dodge. Like mid-fight, I learned that I could go behind the guy. I'm sorry for whispering, by the way. But mid-fight, I learned that I could go behind the guy when he does this attack, when he pins the ground and everything explodes. I learned that I could go behind him and he would go attack away from me. I didn't learn that all the other fights, I just learned that this fight. And then I could just run away from most of the attacks. See, it's not as bad as I thought it was. Because this was a regular map, I still have 1 revive, that means I only died twice. And one of the deaths was bullshit, one death was really, like one death was me actually not being able to do anything, but one death was bullshit. I did it. I fucking did it. I beat the game without swinging my sword. I beat the game without swinging my sword. I'm covered in blood, but who cares? Fuck yeah. Oh my god, I'm editing this video. Okay, I'm posting this shit in 2 days. I don't care. Sunday night, I'm editing this shit and I'm posting it. And so, just like that, I had defeated the last Night Lord. As I'm recording and editing this, I've realized that another YouTuber had done his own version of the no attacking run. But he used Recluse Summon and fought Augur, where I used the Clean Blades and fought Hellstar. So I don't know if I can claim that this is a world's first. Considering it's 2 different techs on the no attack, I think I can. I'm pretty sure I can. So yeah, this is a world's first. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope YouTube didn't hit me with insane copyright strikes once again. I have more of those prepared and ready to go, so if you enjoyed, make sure to subscribe, leave a comment, like, and yeah, bye-bye.